All right. Hi, everybody. This is Robin from Western Mass. It is Sunday, March 13th, 2022, and we're going into the Q&A section of our Sunday Morgellons call. So I'm going to open up lines. It's just going to take me a minute to find them. Let's see. Nick, I'm going to open your line first. Go ahead.
How you doing, Rick?
Hi, Nick.
How you doing, Rich?
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good from last year. I had to reorder the stuff, the natural antibiotic, the Lecineron, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good, and it was interesting what you were talking about, alkalizing your body. I found that very interesting, and I'm going to try that and see how it goes.
Great. Just another tool to put into play. Yes.
Yes.
Glad you're improving and getting your life back. That's wonderful to hear. Keep coming back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because we do get technical in this part again, and let me give the FDA disclosure. The FDA requires that I inform everybody that we are not medical doctors, that before you start the diet or accept any of our recommendations, to discuss them thoroughly with your medical doctor to make sure they do not interfere with any health problems you're presently experiencing. This program is for educational purposes only. The AMA requires us to inform you that we're not medical doctors. We are not trained to diagnose, treat, or cure or mitigate any disease. We can only educate, and that's what we do. We educate you how to utilize the King diet to work for you, how to clean the organisms out of your skin and out of your environment, and educate you as to what are the targeted supplements to build health and immune functioning. Here's a question that came in. Do you know, I suffer from Morgellons, she asked. Which one can be better for me? The regular vitamin or the piping rock shown in your website? Thank you, Elizabeth. We do have two multiple vitamins in the store, and both of them are super and very good. The Nature's Gift multiple vitamin is only vitamins, no minerals in it, and completely compatible with the King diet. The other one that she's referring to, the piping rock, is also in the store. It is a very good vitamin as well, and it has minerals. The drawback is it's got pumpkin in it. If it didn't have pumpkin, it would be perfect. And pumpkin is not on the diet. So in stage 2, if one wanted to switch to piping rock, say you get to the middle of stage 2, you could. But I would not recommend the piping rock multiple vitamin for stage 1 of the diet. Okay, you got anybody, Robin?
Yeah. Anna, your line is open.
Hi, Anna.
Okay, hi. Thank you all very, very much, as always. Yeah, I have a couple basic questions. I miss, my library books, and I wanted to know if there's anything on the protocol that would serve me to disinfect or, protect me from library, products, and also, use books from bookstores, resale stores. Is there anything you can recommend or the folks have been using to prevent any more infestation?
Well, I'd like to say one thing. It's really hard to purify paper products. But if you have a tablet or a way of reading, every library has an online presence, and you can take out both audio books and just digital books to read. Like if you have a Kindle or something, I no longer actually take out. I only do books through my Kindle or my iPad. I listen to books in the car. I read like 2 or 3 books a week. But I highly recommend the digital library, and you can talk to your library about which overseeing digital library they're part of. But it's really hard to the other thing, if you really have a book you want, like a hard copy of a book, I would keep it in a Ziploc bag when you're not reading it, and maybe wear gloves and I mean, going into a library is like going into anywhere. You can also spray your clothes with off, before you put them on, and or make a spray with Nature's Gift. I found off works really well for keeping things away when I'm entering into places. You don't have to spray your body, just your clothes. You let it dry, and it's good for like 5 or 7 washings.
Okay, I'm sorry. What is the product off? I've never heard of that. Is that insecticide, or what is that something in the store, or?
Yeah, it's what people use to keep ticks and mosquitoes away.
Oh, okay. So it is. It has some effect, I guess. In other words, is it carcinogenic? It's not carcinogenic too much.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's why you want to spray. You could wear a mask, spray your clothes, let it dry, and then put your clothes on, and you won't be affected by it.
Okay, so spraying the clothes, and
right.
So it doesn't affect the fibers of the clothes, but it's a protective. What I hear you saying, right? It's protective.
Well, off is something that you actually spray on your skin to keep mosquitoes away, and Robin is saying you can spray it on your clothing as well.
Okay.
In this case,
40% off. The strongest. It's 40%. It's like, and it's for deep woods, and you spray your clothes with it. It even says on it the directions: spray your clothes.
Right.
Okay. So that, and also Nature's Gift is also a possibility. What about in other words, it's not really safe to purchase used books, right? Like on Amazon, oftentimes, they're a lot less expensive to purchase a used book. But I hear you saying that it's better not to do the paper anyway, to do the digital. Is that
right?
If you're dealing with books in general, and you do purchase a lot of books and would like to, I would say the best thing as soon as you get the book is to get an oven bag. They sell them, I think, probably on Amazon, and you put the book right into the oven bag, and you put it in the oven, and you put it in there for about 3 hours at 250 degrees. I'm not sure exactly 3 hours, 2 hours, or 4. I don't know, but that would be a way of. Now, if you're going to the library and you're handling books there's no way other than wearing rubber gloves, perhaps. Which, now that we're in COVID, is not so extraordinary to wear rubber gloves anymore in a place.
Let me say, if you're a member of Amazon, Kindle books are really cheap.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been able to master. My husband has Kindles, and I haven't been able to master it. It's very difficult to navigate for me personally, but I'm trying and I'm doing my best.
Well, when we do the coaching, if you have a Kindle, I'd be glad to. You can call me and I'll walk you through it.
I really appreciate it
because hard, and I read. I love. It took me a while to get used to the Kindle, but I love it. I read a lot of books on Kindle.
You do.
And I get them from my library, not just from Amazon. You can get Kindle books from your regular library.
I didn't even know that. Yeah. So in other words, what about the books? Is there anything? Could Nature's Gift be used to spray the books that I have? I've donated many of my books, but I'm still, books have really saved my life. If I hadn't found your book, I wouldn't be here either. But is there anything I could do with the books that I have?
Well, you have to do page by page, but the easy way is just put them in an oven bag and put them in the oven for a few hours.
I'm just afraid of the oven, knowing me. I want to have a problem here.
250, not 350, 250.
Right.
250, and with the oven bag, and leave it on for you said, how many hours? 2 to 3?
Yeah.
I did 4 hours. I actually had a bed bug.
Safe. What the heck? It's not going to be a big deal to do another hour extra, 4 hours.
Right.
Be safe.
And then put them in a Ziploc bag so they don't get reinfested.
With
Ziploc bag, right? And okay, I appreciate this very much. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Or put them in a Ziploc bag with menthol crystals and just leave them for a while.
Right.
Okay, so I could do that. But is it safe to get used books? I mean, and put them in a Ziploc bag with the menthol crystals?
Well,
yeah,
you
but
can
I'd
do
leave
that.
them for like a month.
But, yeah, the problem is with a book, you've got several hundred pages, and unless you're, you don't know where they are. You need to bake them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Right.
think putting them in a plastic bag, unless you have some way of partially open a book and exposing all of the pages to air.
I see. So it's not going to do a whole. In other words, the only way that you see to make a difference to protect myself is the oven, the on 250.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not like I say for used books. It doesn't matter if they're new books or used books. The same protocol, then, right?
Right.
Okay, and the other question real quickly is that when you all are traveling, like on an airplane seat, which I haven't done in years now, or staying in a hotel or going to a restaurant, is there a protocol that you all have that you use to protect yourself,
Absolutely. If you go into our store, I'm not sure exactly where it is, but we have little spray bottles, little 2-ounce bottles with Nature's Gift that you can use to spray your mask with, for instance, to refresh your mask with lavender scent. And you could just spray very inconspicuously. You could spray your airplane seat with that before you sit down.
Okay. In other words, it wouldn't cause any problem, if I was to spray, with the flood attendants, they wouldn't think I was trying to. I mean, is that people are doing that more often now?
The key word is inconspicuous. Ideally, you'd want to take with you the electrostatic sprayer and spray it, but that would be rather conspicuous. So the alternative to that is this little tiny 2-ounce bottle, and it take you about maybe 15 seconds to spray your seat with it.
So you fill the 2-ounce bottle with the Nature's Gift complete. Oh, it comes with Nature's Gift. Is that what I hear you saying?
That's right. Yeah, the solution is already there. It's already
Oh, okay. So 2 ounce. Okay, that's a good idea. So even in a hotel, you spray the mattress with it as well, or?
A hotel, I take the electrostatic sprayer and I'd spray the whole damn place.
Oh, you do? How do you? It's heavy though. It's like you said. I remember on the other clothes, it's like 9 pounds, and it's a little heavy for me. That's a problem because
it's only about 3 pounds. It's not that heavy.
Oh, okay, 3 pounds.
Yeah.
And how? In other words, you just take it with you and you add the Nature's Gift to it. Is that how it works?
The electrostatic sprayer, you use one of the disinfectants. There's a Benefect, which is an organic disinfectant. You can also use the antimicrobial Surface Guard 90. You can add that to it if you want to. But the Benefect is a thyme-based disinfectant. You can spray the sheets with it. You can have body contact with it. There is a Metaclean disinfectant there, but it's a chemical base. I wouldn't want my body being in contact with sheets that were sprayed with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you carry the Benefect in your store as well, or?
Yes, they're in the store. Both of these disinfectants. We have the Clean 'em Up Zymes, the enzymes there as well. You could just use that. You have a choice between enzymes, Benefect, or Metaclean. Three choices.
Okay, so I'm okay. I can get that on me.
I would never go into a motel room without an electrostatic sprayer. Never.
Okay. Never. Okay. And you just put it in your suitcase? Is that what you do, or how do you?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
In your suitcase, and it's only like 3 pounds, huh?
The challenge is the liquid, because I think if you're flying, you're limited to I don't know how many ounces of liquid.
Oh, not if you put them in your suitcase.
Okay, you put them in your suitcase. Yeah, put it in your suitcase then.
And the liquid, okay.
You take about 8 ounces of whatever you're going to spray. That would be enough to do it, to treat the whole room and have some left over. Plenty.
So 8 ounces of the Benefect or the enzyme or the
the Metaclean.
Okay,
well,
and that's all in the store.
how long you're staying too. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm. So it takes a little, introspection here to figure things out to be safe. That's the goal, to be safe when traveling, or even in a restaurant. When you go, like we used to, eat a lot out. We haven't for years now since the pandemic. But you spray the seats like in Whole Foods or any eatery that you might visit. You spray the tables, or is that? I mean, how do you do that in menus and things like that?
Well, the thing mainly is the organisms shed from one's body. So you're going to be dealing with the chairs and the underside of the table more so than the top of the table. You'd be dealing with the if you're dealing or concerned about COVID or something like that as well, you would spray. When you sit in a chair and you put your hands where you would pull you pull your chair up to the table. That's where it never gets treated. That's where it never gets sprayed. That's where you would want to spray. That's where things are transferred, is where you grab the chair to pull yourself up to the table.
The chair, so just spray the chair and then by the table. And what about menu? You don't touch a menu then, or how do you?
Well, you could always do that. You have this little 2-ounce sprayer, and
okay.
So you can go to town with it. You can pretty well disinfect the whole area with just about a few pumps of it. One pump for the menu.
And in other words, if it was questioned, I could say, I have allergies or something. If they observe,
Well, today we have COVID, so I doubt that anybody's going to question anything. There's just another wacko over there. We're all wackos.
Okay, but the benefit for somebody, because I'm so hypersensitive, would you say the benefit would be the best disinfectant for me then?
Well, it depends on whether or not you're sensitive to thyme. Benefect is thyme. It's liquid thyme.
Oh, it's liquid thyme. Okay. I mean, I guess I could try each one. I don't know. It's it's because I'm not sure what. I know I'm just really sensitive to so many things. More than. I mean, I've always been sensitive, but.
Well, the enzymes are pretty neutral.
Right.
Okay.
The clean them up enzymes are probably the best bet then.
I'm sorry. What was that, Robin? I'm sorry.
The clean them up enzymes that Richard offers.
It's called clean them up. That's the enzyme.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Right.
Clean up.
Clean them up
It's
enzymes.
a play on words. Clean up with dashes in between. Clean them up.
Oh, okay.
But it depends what you're dealing with. Sometimes enzymes aren't enough to get your environment clear.
That's true.
I know. So it can be very complicated.
That's a good place to start.
Okay, because I had addressed on another call about my HVAC system here and got the feedback. Nick was helpful to get a more inexpensive filter because we've been using the better filters. But can I spray the Nature's Gift in my HVAC?
Sure.
Yeah,
you can spray it in. It's Nature's Gift is a liquid carbon. It's a lubricant, really. In one sense, it's a lubricant.
It's not flammable or anything like it. Won't because I live, I live in an apartment community, so.
It's not at all flammable. The only caution about Nature's Gift is you do not want to inhale a lot of it through any like an atomizer or anything into your lungs. You don't want to inhale a lot of it because it can break down the oils in your lungs and cause death.
Okay, so you have to be really careful. Can you spray a filter, like a new filter with it?
Sure, you can spray it. I mean, I'm saying you can't use it medically to clean your lungs with a nebulizer. I got it. In other words, to spray the room like a diffuser or something like that. But I can put. I mean, how much Nature's Gift would you use on a filter then? Just a little bit? Well, I wouldn't. It's too expensive. I would use the Benefect or one of the other things, so a lot less expensive.
Okay, the enzyme or the Benefit on a new filter, and then just put the new filter within my HVAC, and then how often do you use that though? Do you have? I mean, usually we don't change a filter until like 2 months,
Well, if you're doing it that way, you want to use the Surface Guard 90 antimicrobial that we have. You just spray that one time, and it's good for probably 6 or 8 months.
Okay, I'm trying to digest everything here, but I can get, when I go into the store, that it'll be more self-explanatory, or I can email you, I guess, if I have further.
When you go into the disinfection section, it'll tell you about each one and how often you use it. And so for long-term use, the antimicrobial is definitely something you want to do. It stays on the surface until it is abraded away. The only thing that removes the antimicrobial from any surface is like scouring with Ajax or something like that, or constantly rubbing. So it will stay on any surface for months and months.
And there's no, like I say, none of these products are flammable. There's no other than you said breathing. Not to breathe, to breathe it in. As
a treatment for your lungs. Do not use it as a treatment for your lungs except for a very short period of time.
Okay. Well, I can, we can check it out, and maybe you can assist me. I want to get more clarity on this because it's kind of overwhelming. There's so many issues, and I'm very grateful for the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Go to the store and look at each product. I think the descriptions are pretty well explanatory. We'll explain it pretty well. Okay.
Okay, and if I have other questions, I can email you, I guess, and try to, I appreciate it.
We may have time later on if you want to come back again.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Keep coming back.
Thank you.
While you're getting the next person, here is another question that came in. I wondered if you can shed any light on weird bruising I am experiencing in strange areas. The backs of my knees and the base of my palm of my hand, sole of my feet, side of my foot, ankle area, not on bone, top of shoulder. I've been taking baths and showers and sitting on my bed working on my laptop pretty much for 10 days, so I know I have not been running into anything. Is this normal? Well, the strange appearance of bruises can be a part of Morgellons if, and I wrote the lady back to say that, well, she should see her medical doctor about this phenomenon, what's happening, for possible explanation, because there could be something medically involved. And she wrote back and then introduced the idea that lesions later sometimes form at these bruises, which is Morgellons. Morgellons can start as a purplish bruise, and if it's not dealt with, it's really easy to deal with. You simply apply some of the any of our NG creams or lotions or skin or the mouthwash backslash body wipe to the area for a couple of days frequently, and it goes away. It can be a thing that indicates beginning of lesions or associated with Morgellons. Okay, you got anybody?
Yep. Melanie, your line is open.
Hello.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi.
Do you have a question, or would you like to share something?
Not right at this time. I think if I had a question, I'll maybe email it in and not waste everybody's time with it.
There is no such thing as wasting our time. If you have a question, it's most likely somebody else has got the same question. So if you have one, please share.
Well, okay. You may have felt like you've already covered it, but looking at the stage 1 diet, it talks about being able to use lemon and lime, but isn't that acidic? How is that different in alkalizing? I've been wanting to put lemon and lime crystals in my water to make it a little more interesting, but I'm starting to break out again.
Well, that's the weird thing about lemon and lime, is that they are actually alkalizing. Even though if you put a pH strip in it, it will show that the lemon and lime is acidic. Somehow, some way that when you consume this, it contributes to alkalizing your body.
Well, that's good to know.
You said what? If you start breaking out if you put it in, if you drink it?
No, if she doesn't use it.
No, I had, been putting it in water with the stevia to, make it a little more interesting to drink. And
and that's fine.
That's wonderful.
That's good to know.
But I would use either actual lemon or lemon juice. I'm not sure what kind of crystals you were using.
It's a product called True Lemon or True Lime. It's just,
you gotta read the ingredients. If it has anything else in it.
Not supposed to have anything else in it.
Well, a lot of things aren't supposed to, but they do. So
did you read the ingredients? You have to read the ingredients. You absolutely must read the ingredients, because I've only found about 2 companies that actually produce real, true stevia without throwing in sucrose or some kind of additive. So please read the ingredient. I mean, even salt. Salt is on the diet. And if you use diamond salt, the diet will never work, because diamond salt has sugar in it. So you've got to be really careful about the ingredients. This is why we have these calls, because we know how confusing it is, and just reading the book isn't enough. Sometimes you just need to ask the question and get it out there, because if you're making the mistake, somebody else is making the same mistake.
It could have been something else I'm eating at the same time, so I just wanted to narrow things down to ask about the lemon and the lime and the acidity and that sort of thing. So you answered my question.
The real lemon may be fine. We're just saying read the label to make sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I love lemon. I make my own lemon juice. I take the lemon and I use the grater and I grate the lemon, the lime, the shells to get all the lemon in the drink, and I put in the stevia and I put in some ice cubes. I freeze my coral calcium water, and oh man, it's so good.
Thank you. Yeah,
Keep coming back. To find sensitivities in the diet, the thing is to keep an eating diary, write down everything you eat and drink and at times a day, and then see how you feel 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. If you notice any reactions, then you start looking back to see what you were eating and drinking. As you really get good with the diet, there's a delayed response. So if you find that you get to a point where you have little, if any, activity for 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden you have some activity, you might have to look back 3 days to see what you ate 3 days ago may have contributed to it. So that's what makes it a little hairy about getting the diet right. It's not just what you ate 20 minutes ago, but it could be even what you ate 3 days ago that contributed to it, the reaction today. Another question I have here, it may not be a question but a statement. I have used your products on my Gracie, the rescue schnauzer, and she goes to a dog dermatologist once a month for a checkup. Her doctor knows everything about Morgellons. I wish people's doctors knew as much as Gracie's doctor about Morgellons. She loves your products. You could sell to dogs and cat dermatologists. I love that.
Lena, you are unmuted if you wanted to share or ask a question.
Okay. I thought of a question. A while back, I have heard another group saying that exercising can make Morgellon and Columbella worse. What are your thoughts about exercise?
Generally, sweating. It's not true that it's going to make them worse. It might make them have more activity, but it's not going to necessarily make them worse. Areas where you sweat, where you're tight around your belt area, or around your head, your forehead, you might feel more activity while you're exercising that way with the sweating. But I don't think it works.
But you should exercise.
You should
No,
exercise.
tight clothes,
Okay,
anywhere
so-
clothes are tight or things are pressing against your body, you can feel more activity, especially if you're sweating a little bit, because it makes it worse for them. They don't like that kind of environment, but you need to exercise. And in terms
Okay,
of
so
Lyme,
exercise, so the activity you feel increased doesn't mean they're multiplying. They're just
no.
reacting to what's going on, but it doesn't mean they're multiplying.
Right.
Now, when you're exercising, it's part of using up the fight or flight, because it's
Right.
good exercise, and if there's more cortisol being created through the exercise, it may be contributing to some degree, but I think you loosen your clothing and you wherever you feel them, and you'll be fine. Take a bath when you get back with the nature's gift, and yeah.
Okay. So increasing body temperature and the cortisol, it can make them active, but it doesn't mean I'm multiplying them. So that's good to know.
Yeah, the key is to be on the diet. If you're not on the diet, there's no way I can even comment about this question.
Well, and
Right,
the other
I'm on the
thing
diet
is
for like a year plus.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Extreme heat.
Robin?
These parasites don't like extreme heat or extreme cold, and when they're dying, they get more active. Because,
a lot of people use a sauna. They go into a sauna for several hours, and you're going to feel more activity when you're in the sauna because you're sweating them out.
right.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay. Keep coming back.
I will.
Here's another question. If anyone wants to know if Garcillin works, they need to take for a couple of months and then stop it. Take it. Yeah, if you want to know if Garcillin works, take it for a couple of months and then stop it. It helps so much, and there is a noticeable difference. I miss it. Please take the next step and let's sell your products. I have my own business and turn the entire company around by teaching all that I know about selling, and well, I'm going to talk to her more. So, hey, the good news, and you get it first here. The news release is that Garcillin 2 is coming back. So we should have it back in the store perhaps Monday or Tuesday at the latest, when hopefully we'll receive our first order. I have no idea what happened to this company.
Wow.
I express
but just know, don't start with Garcillin 2. Start with Garcillin 1, and then Garcillin 2, because.
Right. When you're on Garcillin 1, you can go up to about 4 to 6 capsules a day if necessary. And when you get to that point, then you switch over to Garcillin 2 and start with 1 or 2 capsules a day. And you can go up to 3 or 4 a day of them as well, if necessary. The maintenance dosage is 1 cap a day, as recommended. But this is a natural antibiotic, so it's not my claim that it's a natural antibiotic. Wikipedia says it's a natural antibiotic. So it being a natural antibiotic, it doesn't affect you like normal antibiotics do. But in my opinion, it's far more powerful than normal antibiotics. But that's my personal opinion. Right after my bath last night, I used 2 cups of borax and 1 large bottle of peroxide in my bath. I woke up, my skin is all red and burning. I was reading this morning about fungus that can happen from the debriding phase, and I am breaking out. I cannot take 3 baths. I have to work with the tanning bed, and this is all, and and fungus cream. I have never had red burning skin after a bath now. I have previously been using 5 cups of Epsom salts in my bath before last night. Well, skin fungus.
It's the peroxide. It's the peroxide.
You think it's the peroxide?
It's an allergic reaction to the peroxide.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I know because I've been there. I've tried everything.
Oh, well, I hope she's on the call because I never thought of peroxide being an issue.
How much peroxide can totally affect sensitive skin?
One large bottle. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to email her with that information. But skin fungus can be a real nightmare, and it was surprising that to me that she had it. But now your explanation makes a lot more sense to me than I was thinking. But the challenge, apple cider vinegar is probably one of the best things you can use in the bath if you might have skin fungus. And
you only use a cup, right?
A cup to a cup and a half. The idea is to make sure it's strong enough to destroy the organisms and not strong enough to irritate your skin.
Right.
I don't think a cup and a half would ever irritate your skin. I've used apple cider vinegar full strength on my skin, but you can dilute it and you can apply that to any place that is burning. That will help. Our Nature's Gift skin lotion is amazing when it comes to that kind of thing, to apply it. I think it's even better than our creams. Our creams are more local for smaller areas. With the skin lotion, you can take a dab of it and apply over a big area pretty good. So it's great. Mary, would you like to add anything?
No, but I've also had reactions to peroxide.
You had reactions to what?
Peroxide.
Oh, really? Okay. I learned today. I never,
Yeah.
All right.